Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Whispers from the Void, to the very special 100 episode. This is fucking crazy. Phil just had to explain to me that we were just at 100 episodes. 5 years it took us. But that's nuts, dude. That's nuts. I got Drew here, my son.
Hi, Drew.
Drew, can you say hi to the peoples?
Hi, viewers.
He said hi.
Me and Phil are going to talk about basically, some of our favorite episodes, and just how far it's been, and some of the crazy stuff that's happened to us over the years. So,
Yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna. Drew is trying to figure out what's going on here. So, buddy, it's time to go get dressed. Okay. Okay. Go see Mama.
Aw.
I know. Very exciting. Lexi. 100 years, dude. That's wild.
Did you said 100 years?
100 years.
100 years
That's
of
what it feels
podcasting. You know what?
100 years of podcast.
You know what?
That's wild.
I have another beer, but I need a shot of whiskey for the 100 episode.
I will be taking a Lost Farms gummy.
Well, cheers for 100 episode, dude. And cheers for 100 more.
Cheers. Oh, hi, you're back.
Hello.
All right. Hey, go see Mama.
Go
I know. A podcast boy in the making.
Oh, you want to do podcast with Dada?
Yeah, I know. But he's naked in his robe. He's got his bluey robe on, so he's gotta go. He's gotta go get dressed.
Yeah, but that's how you start a podcast. You get naked in a robe.
There you go.
You don't know what I wear now. I just wear.
I want to
my
say
pants.
something. If anyone could sponsor us, it would be Lost Farm. I would love it.
Dude, I need to try it.
The whole
really
reason
need to
I was
try it.
able to sleep during RPM Fest was because of this.
Yeah, but I was also like fucking chainsawing my fucking.
That's exactly why I had to take it. Actually, I can't say that. It's not Phil's fault. I started taking these.
Hey, it's not just my fault. Everyone on the fucking camp were just like screaming during the night.
That was
sometimes.
wild, huh?
That was fucking wild.
Speaking of 100 episodes, like some of our best episodes were when we recorded our PM Fest very recently, last year. And man, I tell you, that was crazy. I never thought that we would actually be able to get to do that. Me and Phil don't do this for fame or money or anything.
I have a proof of why of that. We don't have a lot of followers. We don't have a lot of people following us on YouTube, whatever. By the way, go check it out. Go follow us. But we don't care.
Yeah.
It's been fucking 100 episode, and we are going on 5 years of that fucking podcast. And I'm just like, I don't care about fame. I don't want fame. I just want to have fun with one of my good friends. I think the good thing that I can like have from those 100 episodes is that we started this podcast like we had no idea. We were like, hey, want to do a podcast? Sure, why not? I don't know how to do a podcast, but let's fucking do it. And we just did it. And now it's just like it became part of our lives. And even though we took breaks because of other stuff, like you have like we started this podcast. You were not a dad. You were a guy in Worcester. You were not even married, if I remember. Were you married? Oh, you were going to get married. I think you were going to get married in 2020.
Yeah, I was set to be married in 2020.
You were set to be married in 2020?
I was set to be married in 2021. I got married in November 2020. Because we didn't know what was going to happen. But you knew me before I was officially married. I was engaged when you knew me.
Yeah, you were engaged, and I think we started the podcast and you were still engaged. And I think in November, you were getting married.
November, I got married, yep.
Yeah,
November 28th.
You got married in 2020 November. So we started a podcast like it's been a few episodes. And we still, before we did it like every fucking week. Every week we did a podcast.
It really became, what this really has become is sort of just like, it's just us hanging out.
Yeah.
Phil being in Canada, me being in Mass, and that's like it's like the only way we get to hang out. So we just record us hanging out, basically.
I mean, that's what this has become. And also I think with this podcast, we grew up and I think our friendship solidified. Even though like we are two different people, we are very different in a lot of ways, but I think this podcast just solidified us as friends. And I'm proud of that. And I want to say thank you for that opportunity to, well, be part of your life and be part of this project with you. And yeah, I'm going to cry.
What a perfect time to bring up that Andrew Garrity was my favorite guest.
Yeah. Andrew Garrity was so fun. We need to get him back, but now he's sober of what I heard.
So he was actually, remember we were going to get him back, and he went on tour.
Yeah.
Which is what he's famous for. You know, here's what he does. But yeah, dude, that was one of my favorite episodes for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. We've been able to, we have been blessed to be friends and know so many people. And that was like another thing for us too, is like, we just talk to our friends a lot of the time. Never really got into like reaching out to, you know, do other acts or, you know, other people to like, you know, be on the show to talk, because like at the end of the day, that's not what it's about, you know.
No.
And I feel like we never really said it, but I feel like we felt that, you know, because everyone that we've ever had on here, besides one guest I can think of, Etienne Pelozov.
Yeah, Etienne Pelozov. Yeah, I think he's the only one.
He did reach out to us about coming on and promoting black metal jazz.
Yeah.
But he was the only guy that we never had like prior interactions with. That we just kind of like didn't know like right off the bat.
I mean,
everyone else we pretty much either Phil knew them.
Yeah.
Pretty well, or I knew them pretty well, and that was, you know, that was a big thing for us.
I mean, I was thinking about Phil Langelier, like the guy from Bukkake, who was in Bukkake that we receive on the podcast. I think it's episode 24 or something like this.
Yeah.
We received this gem of a fucking human being. That guy is just fucking insane, and it was a great episode too. I think my favorite episode was Matt McGackie and Steph Dells.
That was just fun.
I think it's one of my favorite episodes because it was genuine.
Yeah,
and I think our podcast is genuine. It's very genuine. It's like we are just us. That's what we are.
Out.
Yeah,
we're just hanging out. And that's kind of like a tough thing too, because it's like everyone always assumes, oh, it's a podcast, it's got to be something. It's like, nah, I just kind of want to hang out. That's it. Talk to some cool people, and that's what like our PM Fest was cool, because we just got to like branch that out. But it's a very fine line because a lot of these people talking about their crafts and etc. and their talents, trades, bands. I mean, how cool was it to talk to King from Deceased?
Yeah.
These bands that, rely on coverage like that. It's kind of, it's like, we don't offer that segue as like, you're going to get like this big platform, like how sell it. Like we don't sell ourselves. It's sort of like, you can come talk to us or you cannot. It's up to you. Like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like, it's not going to hurt our feelings, I guess, at the end. Like, because, and listen, we've been rejected many a times. I have been on the forefront of trying to get people. And that was sort of like, not so much like discouraging, but like, we know the formula. I think everyone in the world knows what the formula is to ultimately grow some sort of platform, whether it be a podcast, social media, influencer, whatever it is. And, but it takes a bit of selling your soul a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've never wanted to do. I know it's something Phil's never wanted to do. And so it's just we've never done it. RPM Fest fell on our lap. A lot of the people that we know we just met, fell in our lap, everything, we've never really saw a lot of stuff. The stuff that we did seek, we just never got it. And it was because of lack of followers, lack of platform, you could say. And it was like, yeah, we could, if we really wanted to, we could definitely work the ass and get it. But like, why? To what end?
There's that.
Because then at some point I know for myself, I'll never have fun with that. If I have to maintain something, like the best part about what we do is just two friends hanging out. All we got to maintain is our friendship. That's it. It doesn't matter if you guys, I don't care if anyone listens at this point. It's just, we're just doing it,
We are just, I think it's a little bit of a selfish podcast when you think about it, because we think about our friendship first. And I think that's the important thing. I'm thinking about other duos that led the work over the friendship. I'm thinking about Smosh, for example, Anthony Padilla and Yan Ecox. They let their friendship sink because of work. But now they came back in 2023. They are back now together, and they told this on camera. They were like, we were not friends at the end. When Anthony Padilla decided to quit Smosh, they were not friends. They were not best friends like before. When they were in 6th grade, they were not best friend like before. And now they became back as best friend because they took time off on each of their side. But yeah, and that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to put more, not effort, but I don't want this to become too serious. I want something chill and like, yeah, we forget to tell people, oh, we take 5-month breaks because of blah, 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 blah. Or we take a break of something. I don't care about that. I don't care about anything. Well, I'll be honest. The only thing I would care is like, oh, sponsor us, maybe.
But then we're obligated.
Yeah, but I don't want to get up. Yeah, that's obligation that comes with it and all. I don't want that. I think RPM Fest is fine because like we just put our name as a media and we are like, oh, we can do stuff for basically a little bit free. I'm saying a little bit, but it's still fun to go at a festival. It's just talking to people, listening to good music, drinking beer and Bloody Caesar in the morning, and having some clam chowder.
I did. I cooked myself some clam chowder. You
did some clam chowder, but we had some fucking smash burgers. It's just fucking insane, and
that's absolutely. And that's been the whole thing.
I think without you and without this podcast, I would never know fucking RPM Fest. And now RPM Fest is like my favorite festival. It's like something I wait every year now since last year. And since even like 2-3 years ago when we were there together as attendants, we are like, oh shit, it could be us, like just on site and just doing stuff.
And that was that's true. And I mean, even to think about like the stuff that we wouldn't be able to do if we just didn't meet Matt.
Yeah.
You know, like and meet Matt on the personal level that we know him on, you know, and have a friend like that. And you know, we do the album reviews for him. Phil does a ton of stuff for Matt.
Yeah.
So without that relationship, like we never would have done our thing. We never would have gotten our relationship. And so there's a lot of connecting. We owe a lot to Matt, his podcast and his platform and, you know, everything that he's built. And, you know, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. It's
the only
just
thing
5 years ago, like what we were doing, like 5 years ago, you know, I was living in Worcester. I had roommates. I was engaged. It was a whole thing. And I was spending my Thursday nights hanging out with, I mean, what? At some point, it was like 40 something fucking people on those calls, you know, like, and I still know all those people to this day, you know?
I mean, most of them.
Yeah.
Most of them that were there since the beginning.
I think there's probably about 20 that I still will regularly maybe like hit up once in a while or see here and there. Some I should talk to more. And I recognize that but you know, you get busy and stuff like that. It's crazy. But to think that a whole community was built on the foundations of COVID, which, you know, for a lot of people was a very earth-shattering thing, but for us, I felt like it just like it created a community. You know, it did. It created a community, and that was something that you never would have expected.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have this podcast. I'm so happy to have you in my life. I'm so happy to have all our friends in my life. And I'm just like, I don't know what to say.
Well, let's squash that happiness. Tell me your least favorite episode.
Oh my God. But before that, I need to drink our 100 beers. Well, not 100. We had a shit ton more than that. But this is the beer for the 100 episode. It's called Le Lion, the Lion.
Phil forgot how to speak French.
Yeah, it's called the Lion. It's a barrel-aged sour beer. It's from the company called Le Trou Du Diable, the Devil's Hole. And it's barrel-aged sour, 24 months barrel-aged. 2 years barrel-aged, man. 2 fucking years. Dos years. Dos years. Oh my God.
Dos years.
It's not the. Do you remember the beer that you had once and you were like, I don't know how to pronounce this? It was in French. It's called Unani.
Oh, fuck.
Do you remember
Did I get that around here?
You get that. You got that on a podcast. I don't remember what episode.
Fuck, what was
but
the name of
when
that?
you told me that, I was like, you mean une année? And you were like, I don't know, dude. I don't speak French.
I don't know. I have no idea, dude. Damn, I don't even know where I found that. I used to, man, it's crazy. I used to spend every day, at least 3 hours a day, just searching Bandcamp, like, drinking all sorts of beers. Like, it was such a big part of my life and all that. But yes, please tell me your least favorite episode. I have a least favorite episode. I'll tell you, you know.
I'll be honest, I don't know. Wait, tell me yours, and I will find mine on our list of episode that we have on fucking YouTube.
No offense. My least favorite one was when we had Chris and Brian. Chris Sutos.
I'll be
Brian
honest.
Glover.
I'll be honest. I completely agree.
I liked, and it's nothing against the guys. I love the guys are awesome. But they just weren't into the episode, and I completely understand. I just do. I get it. I know. We get and whatever. We get it. I get it. I still love them, even though Chris is a Toronto fan. But it's fine because the Bruins are getting their fucking absolutely getting their dicks kicked in for like the last 3 years, especially this year. Oh my God, it's bad. But man, dude, like they are great guys. Like we've really been able to meet like some great people.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, for real.
I'm trying to find my worst.
We still have to have your dad on the podcast,
dude. Okay, so I talked to him recently about
my
your
mother
idea
was
of
on the
doing,
podcast.
Okay, so I talked to him about the idea of doing a golf episode.
I would love
And
to talk
he's
golf
down.
with your dad.
He's-
Yeah, I would talk
Down.
golf.
No, but like you come here and we go
Oh, and
golfing.
do it? I would play.
Yeah. But
I want like a
honestly,
9-hole. You want to do like a 9-hole and we could fucking.
Yeah, we have a 9-hole like in Pont
Yeah.
Rouge. Like
Oh, that'd be great.
Where he goes
absolutely, I'm down. That'd be
okay,
awesome.
so my dad. Okay, so let's talk about my dad a little bit. My dad is a golf player, an amateur of golf. He loves golf like it's in his veins. Like he's just a passionate of golfing. He just loves golfing. Like if my passion is music and beer, his passion is golf. He love like when we go to a sport shop and we just go to the golf section, he just talked to me about all the fucking like sticks and whatever. And like
what is
fucking,
it? Do you know what your dad shoots?
What my dad shoots?
Yeah, what's his score?
That always depends on the fucking like where he goes, but I think he's doing around for 9-hole, he's doing 60, 70. Like 64, I think was his best.
At a 9 or like
On a 9-hole?
So for example, right? So
Yeah, because dude, I'm not a golfer. Like
Yeah.
I tried
I
so
get it.
hard.
but the statistics of golf are crazy. So like only 20% of golfers. That's all people that golf. That's included across the board. Your dad, me, anyone that's ever golfed on a golf course. Only 20% ever break 90. As an 18 score. Yeah.
Yeah, on an 18.
On an 18. The average is somewhere around like it's like in the like not many people can break 100.
Yeah.
You know? Like I only played for 2 months this year and I got to 104. That was my best score.
Damn.
104.
On an 18?
On an 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the average like PGA player, it's somewhere in like mid 60s to like high 60s.
On a fucking 18-hole?
Yeah.
God.
For like
damn.
that's a PGA player. That's a professional golfer, you know, like
that's nuts when you
sometimes
think about
low 70s, like stuff like that. Like so if you can get into the 80s, you're good. You're decent. Like I got a couple buddies that can get into the 80s, you know.
Okay, so my dad only plays 9 holes because we have 18 holes like
It's a long
where
time.
I live, but my dad is not doing those for the simple reason that he's doing his job, he's doing his day, and then he goes golfing. But he won't take
Doesn't
like
have
a
the time.
fucking he doesn't have the time to do an 18 hole, so he's doing a 9. And we have a good place where there's a good 9 hole over there, and my dad is doing like I think his best score in a 9 hole was 60, around the 60s.
Yeah.
It was around the 60s. I think he's doing sometimes, mostly he's doing 80. 80, 70.
Yeah,
80.
so he's just out there having fun, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. My goal this year is to break 100 and get in the 90s. So for any 9-hole golf, I'm looking to be around 45, 44, something like that.
I mean, I think you will love my dad if you talk about golf.
Oh,
with him.
we'll talk golf all day, dude. We'll fuck around.
Okay, you know what? We need to do an episode.
I'm not, and like, listen, I am not a good golfer. I am told I have the build, whatever the fuck that means. I just know that, like, I don't know. I have an idea in my head. Like, if I can just my goal is ultimately to break 90, and I'll be happy.
I mean, you're also a tall guy, so for sure, like, maybe it could be an advantage, maybe.
Man, it's just about consistency. That's really like, there's a lot of things that people will tell you and stuff, and your swings and how you carry your swing, how you rotate your shoulders to opening up your hips, keeping your arm, there's like a thing about your arm, how you have to keep that close. At the end of the day, if you're consistent, you play to the best of your ability, that's the ultimately the best that you can do. And I mean, listen, professional golfers, even scratch, like, these guys, they have a touch, they have a sense, they have body control. There's extra work that they have to put into it. There's so many things that go, your grips, the type of club you use. Yeah. I mean, there's, at any given time, like tournament, whatever, you can only have so many clubs in your bag. And so a lot of the time you have to get an idea, because they make all kinds, right? Like certain wedges and stuff like that. Like, I have a pitching wedge, and that's it. But like, for me, just starting out, like, it makes sense. Because I'm just getting the feel. You could look at, a guy that's maybe done it a lot longer. You have to cater to how you play. So maybe, someone might have an approach wedge or a gap wedge or something, and they know that if they hit it, like, their goal is always to hit it within 100 yards, and then they can, it's a layup from there. And everyone's got, like, different struggles and stuff, and then obviously you play different courses, and some courses are harder than others, and there's different ways to approach and play. And then sometimes you get into these holes where there's only one way to play, and if you don't play it that way, you're fucked. So listen, me and your dad, we fucking go all day. We'll talk golf.
Dude, I was thinking about that, and I think what we could do is, like, we do an episode with him, like, near the golf course, or maybe, like, inside the clubhouse.
Well, what we can do is we can play, just how they normally do it.
No, but we do both. We do both.
Yeah.
We play, because, like, doing a podcast outside when people are waiting behind us, if they want to play, I think the best would be I film some stuff, we talk a little bit, and then if we want to do a big episode, like, we put some episode part inside it. Like, we do an episode, like, both of them. Like, we do an interview part in the clubhouse, and we do, like, the golf part where you two play, I follow you, I film you, and whatever. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm down.
Because no, don't count on me to play golf. I suck at golfing. Even my dad is saying so.
Yeah, no, we can definitely
I don't.
do that.
I'm not a
Okay.
golf guy. Like, I fucking love watching PGA on TV. I fucking love it. Like, I love this.
I just watched.
But-
I was watching Rory at the Players, and it's like, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Some of the stuff that people can do and
Okay,
are
so-
capable of is nuts.
Okay, so who is your favorite player in golf?
My favorite player?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have one, honestly. I like DeChambeau, but I like him more.
Bryson
I like him
DeChambeau.
more for his personality than I care for his golf.
I mean, I have one, but it's mostly for his personality and mostly because he's a metalhead. I think it's Victor something. I don't remember his fucking name, his fucking last name. Wait a minute, I need to check it out. He's like European guy, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I've always kind of dabbled in watching it, but I've never really like stuck on. Like I watched Tiger when he was like at the peak of his game because that was happening right when I was like younger. And so like growing up, I had the PGA games just because Tiger was fucking out of this world.
Okay, I have the guy.
Which I gotta tell you.
Victor Hovland.
Victor Hovland.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, anyone who ever asks who the greatest athlete of all time is, it's Tiger Woods.
Yep.
At his peak.
At his peak, yeah.
Dude, they were changing golf courses. They were literally redoing golf courses because he was so fucking good. Like, at his peak, he was untouchable. Which is like, you see it now with like the gap sometimes. Like, you know, you could be within 12 strokes, right? 12 strokes under is pretty fucking good. There were times where he was like 24 under.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude,
shit.
It's disgusting. Like it is. Like he was ultimate in my mind, like rationalize. I try to think of every sport as, you know, the other thing would be like tennis, like take Nadal,
Rafael Nadal.
yeah, any of those top three guys.
Djokovic.
Yeah, like, they won.
There's
20,
also
who was it? Nadal
French,
won like 22 French Opens or something like that. Like it's like crazy.
Yeah, there's
But,
also like a lot of Canadian that were on the tennis.
Yeah.
Like what is the fucking name of that guy? I don't remember. There's a guy called Felix.
But
Fuck.
if you
I'm
think
not a
about
sport
it,
guy.
literally one of the greatest, like incredible moment, like incredible stuff, you know.
Wait a minute. I need Félix Auger-Aliassime. He's a guy from Quebec doing
Doing the
he's a
tennis.
tennis player. He's a tennis player. Professional since 2017. In 2015, he's the youngest player being classed in the 800 first player mondially.
Yeah.
In the mondial first players. And yeah, the first player been born in the 2000s to have a mondial, like being classed mondially on the fucking like mondial class, whatever. Sorry, I'm just fucking translating from French to English, so it's complicated.
It's tough. It's always tough for me to be like, you know, greatest athletes. Like, you know, you think of you think of guys on a lot of team sports, but it's like I always think of Tiger. I always think Tiger.
I'll be honest.
For sure.
I think the only sport I followed a lot before was F1, Formula One.
With Hamilton?
Hamilton. There's
comes to
also,
mind.
well, I mean, Hamilton, Michael Schumacher. I'm also thinking about Kimi Raikkonen. Right now in Ferrari, the Scuderia Ferrari, there's Charles Leclerc, which is he's pretty interesting. I mean, there's also Hülkenberg. No, Verstappen. Sorry, Verstappen, Max Verstappen. He's a fuck. Like, he's a champion now. Like, I think he went over Lewis Hamilton on the last season. I don't remember. I don't follow that. I don't follow that as much. That's more my brother's side of things. Like, he's more a sports guy, like racing sport guy more than me. Dude, I'm more the music guy. Like, my dad is a golf guy. My brother is like sport guy. I'm a music guy. I don't. Yeah, I mean, really it would be.
But yeah, I definitely play golf with your dad.
Oh yeah, no, you have to come. Not this year, not next year, but one day.
I mean, eventually. I gotta get it figured out. I'm working on it.
I mean, when you can, dude, you don't even have to take a fucking hotel. You just come to my place. I got a fucking bed for you, and you just stay here, and we go to Montreal too. We go to Montreal. We go see the guys in Montreal, and we go play golf with my dad here, and that's it.
Yeah, I know. There's definitely a lot of things I want to do. Whatever. We'll get it figured out eventually. It will happen eventually.
Exactly.
Well, it's been a while. Me and Phil
been a while.
So how about this? Instead of your shout out, I'm gonna throw you a curveball like I always do.
Yay!
Give me your favorite shout out for the 100 episodes.
My favorite shout out that I did.
The one that you loved the most.
Okay, I know what is the shout out band now.
All right.
I shouted out Burning the Oppressor on the first episode. I think it was the album was called Bloodshed. But fun facts, I'm not going to shout out Bloodshed because it was the third album because it was 2020.
Yeah.
The guys from Burning the Oppressor are releasing very soon the album called Waking Nightmare. It's a new album from this year, from 2025. I haven't listened. Well, I did listen to it in very exclusive last year. They did like a big meetup and they were talking about the album before it was released. It was very exclusive. Like, we didn't even know about the artwork or nothing. We just like listening to the album. And from what I remember, it's a fucking great album. And I'm fucking excited for that album. Honestly, I think it could become a fucking top 5. Maybe.
Does it have the chops? You decide.
Dude, if you never listen to Burning the Oppressor, they are fucking awesome. They are so awesome. It's like, you got the voice of Kevin, which is like, you got a growl, but also very like high-pitched growl. It's very interesting. The guitar fucking awesome. Like, the guy on guitars, they are just like doing whatever they want. They are not like sticking to one kind of style. They're just doing whatever they want. Everyone are just fucking awesome in that band. So Burning the Oppressor, the new album Waking Nightmare, and also the album that I shouted out 5 years ago, which is Bloodshed. So go check those two albums out, please.
Mine is gonna be Yatra, Born into Chaos.
Ooh.
I still listen to that record.
I mean, that was a good record.
That was a good one.
Even though I put it in top 10, in 10th place.
You put it in 10th and I put it in 1st. And Jerry was like appalled.
He was like, what the hell?
I'll never forget that. He was like, are you serious? I was like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I mean, this is a good bet. And we saw them the first,
We did.
The first
We saw
time we
them.
went, we saw them and they were fucking awesome.
They
and
were
honestly,
great.
I fucking love them. They're
It's just
fucking great.
it's the
just the
perfect-
album. The album for me wasn't like, I had so much other albums to talk about.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I had to put it in 10. Not because it's not a great album. No, it's a fucking awesome album. I still listen to it from time to time. But at that time, I was
It's
going on something else.
it's a great amount of
Yeah.
sludge, death, you know.
Exactly.
I whatever. For whatever interest and reason, it just gets me going. So I've always loved it. 2021.
Yeah. No, 2022.
Yep, 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
2022 Prosthetic Records LLC. And
Yeah.
but yeah, man, I remember watching them play. They were awesome. Phil was moshing. And
Yeah, I was.
I remember
I was.
just being like, man, that was like just gets me going. So
Okay, so if
Yatra.
we are yeah, Yatra, fucking great. Shout out albums.
another one I thought about but never really I don't know, I never really followed up with them. Hold on, let's see real quick.
I mean, I could shout out every time I shouted out Devin Townsend.
I mean, and this is the thing too, like I have to try to remember if I did. Expander,
Yeah.
Neuropuck Booster Gang,
Yeah,
great
yeah,
record.
yeah,
That
yeah.
came out in 2020.
Oh shit.
That's old.
Oh no. You know
But
what?
dude, I had a shirt. I had an Expander shirt. My wife got it for me, and it was awesome. But great
Okay,
record.
you want
Great
you want to know
record.
what was your shout out, the first shout out you did
What
on
was
the
my
fucking
first?
podcast? Cruel Fate.
Yep.
It
Cruel
was
Fate.
a band from Gatineau.
Lane's not even in it anymore.
Yeah, that sucks a bit, but you know what?
No, I mean, good. I like that record.
Yeah, that was a good record.
That was a good one.
The second shout out you did on the podcast was Mourned. I did Scaphism on that episode. It was the second episode.
Mourned.
Oh
is,
my god, second
Mourned has been one
episode.
of those bands that I've been listening to for a while, and they blow me away.
Okay.
And even that latest record that they came out with was awesome.
Okay, so the first episode of the podcast was aired on September 14, 2020. That was the
September
first
14th.
episode.
Yeah.
And then the second episode was on September 21, and we did like
So basically,
Like this for
September
fucking 5 years.
14th will be celebrating 5 years.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And even though we didn't celebrate it every year because like we had some times that we did the 5-month breaks, we had some times that we just forgot. Well, on September 14th we will celebrate the fucking 5 years
5
of the
years.
podcast.
Yep.
5 fucking years.
We'll do a live
And-
stream.
Dude, we need to go on Twitch now.
We'll do an
Oh my
Instagram
God.
live.
Yeah, Instagram live. No, you know what? On September 14th. Wait, what is the day for September 14th this year?
I don't even know.
Because if it's a weekend, I just go back, even though I'll be on in fucking America for RPM Fest.
You'll be just coming back from it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, it's a fucking Sunday.
Perfect.
You know what? Let's fucking like celebrate it on fucking RPM Fest. Let's
should.
celebrate the fuck. Yeah, let's celebrate
should.
it on fucking 5 years
Raise
of
the banners.
podcasting. Raise the banners. I need to do a fucking banner for the fucking podcast.
You do.
Like, not just fucking like a sheet of paper that we put somewhere. We just do a fucking big banner for the podcast. I know a place that does banners.
You should.
Yeah. Depending on how much it costs, could be interesting to have one. So we can put it like a fucking like tent or something. Behind the tent or whatever. Could be fun.
Dude.
Anyway.
This Expander album it was so good.
Expander was good.
Expander was good.
Burning the Oppressor. Yatra was good.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know it. It's been 100 of these fucking things.
100.
Man,
I can't. Yeah, I can't realize it's 100. I'm Phil. This for the Intimates. Thanks for tuning in again. 100. I can't believe it, dude.
Here's to 100 more, kid.
Here's 200 more. And see ya on the 101 episode.
I'll just give you a thumbs up.